nice to see you. And when I see you, it brings so much jolliness and happiness to my heart. Now, as we know today, it's the 20th anniversary of Eritrea's birthday. And when I just hear that, there's like a rush of jolliness just goes through me. I mean, time goes so fast. Eritrea already has been through 2 decades of perfect harmony for national dignity. And that is something that will never be taken away from us. Because it's something that we earn. We have harmony, we have dignity, and we have determination. And that will never be taken away from us. Now, all of us here have a great life. We're joyful, relaxed, here to be in Eritrea's 20th anniversary, but we didn't get it so easily. There was a long path of agony, misery, and unfortunate events that I cannot even describe. And for people to forget who did it for us, it shall never happen. Because if you visualize yourself in that dreadful moments, what would it be like for you? I mean, if you were born 100 years ago, during the Italy colonization, what would it be like you? I mean, in the first place, Italy came out of nowhere and just started to colonize our country and made and tortured us. How does that even happen? Came from nowhere, and that's the shocking and despair. And also, they tortured our grandmothers and grandfathers. They took young Eritrean boys and made them fight their Trojan war of nonsense in Libya, in the Sahara Desert, and then they left them to die. Can you imagine at that moment of miserable pain? Could you be in that moment? And then you think now, if they weren't there for us, where would we be right now? And then, World War II did not bring any hope. British and Italy fought against each other for their own greedy interest to torture us. Their greedy interest. That's how selfish they were. And then when British took over and started to colonize our country, they tried to disintegrate our culture, our beautiful culture. Boy beside girl, brother and sister together. And they tried to separate us by ethnics and religions. I mean, we may have 9 ethnic groups, but we will always be one, no matter what. Anything can happen. But if you're talking about Eritrea, it's always as one. And then you hear, but then could you be like the people like our boy Abraham Sultan, who was Muslim, and then our boy Mariam, and he was Christian, and they said they were brothers. They fought against the United Nations, not with arms, not with guns, not with grenades, not with bombs, but with their bright brains, because they had a massive determination to take that big step. And that is something, a miracle from God, because it's not human, it's just amazing. I mean, when you hear about it, I can't speak. My brain just stops, flows down, my body just boom. Because it's something amazing. And then, when Ethiopia started to colonize, could you imagine intruders like Haile Selassie, who said, oh, we need the land, not the people. They tried to separate us from our own land. And then, could you imagine our fathers like Awate, who started this armed struggle, and then a bunch of other groups of determined Eritreans who came at the age of 16. Yes, that was a miracle from God. Because where are you going to get that from? That generation was brought by God and is amazing. Where are you going to get that type? Because they are amazing Eritreans. And then they fought in the unforgivable mountains day and cannot describe. Day, night, fighting uncountable battles. Battles that I cannot even count. And day and night, non-stop, putting their lives on the line for the future. And then, can you imagine people like Mengistu Haile Mariam, who said in order to kill the fish, we need to drain the water? Could you imagine if you were born at that point of time? And yes, we are young for those tragedies, but it still makes you cry. Whether you've been through that in that time, or whether you're a kid right now, it's still very, very sad. You may not cry with your tears, but you can cry through your body, drained with miserable information. But then, yes, Eritrea tasted the sweet, bitter taste of freedom. And don't forget that freedom is not something you get easily. They put their whole lives on the line for that freedom, for the next generation, for the future. And now we have this beautiful life, but we can't forget who did it for us. Because there are people in heaven who did it for us. Those brave, amazing martyrs who were a miracle from God. And yes, we cannot pay them back, because what they did is unpayable. Nothing, not even $1 billion to pay what had happened. But we should use what they gave us, a freedom to be Eritrean. And with that freedom, we can build Eritrea, become a more strong country like we are right now. And I just want to say that let's not forget who did it for us. That is the most important thing that goes in my heart. Because the information, the dreadful times they went through. And I just want to say that you shouldn't forget, because visualize yourself in those times. Something sad. And yes, that's it. That's all I want to say. And I'm so happy Eritrea's 20th anniversary of independence. So much joy in my heart. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, David.